Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire and I love building homes in The Sims 4. This home is designed for a Taurus and it is based off of the second zodiac sign. Taurus are known for being grounded, reliable, and stubborn in nature. They are also loyal and hardworking. So I wanted to do a series on this channel, and I've kind of already started it with last month's video where I build a house based off of a zodiac sign. So I saw somewhere else when I was doing a little bit of research on Taurus that they are like their design style is like luxury, but they're also like the second oldest, or they are the oldest zodiac sign. So I wanted to go for more of that older feel, like an older, luxurious home. And I did base the exterior of this home off of a Pinterest build. So we are just going to be working on the mudroom and now going into the kitchen. I do go back into the mudroom to adjust a few things. I want to add like another shelf, another like clothes hanging rack. I was imagining that this sim would be a very people-y person, and so I feel like having like a dedicated like mudroom just kind of like made sense. So we are just going to be finishing up the kitchen layout. I made this kitchen maybe a little smaller than the home could provide for, but I was only imagining 1 to 2 Sims living in this home. It is a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom home built on a 20 by 15 lot, I'm pretty sure. Can go down into the description to double check me on that. And while you're down there, might as well hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much to those who have already subscribed to me. I can't say how much it means to me to see my little community grow. So we are going back into the video. I wanted to make a little dining space for the Sims, and I wanted to use these cool chairs from the Realm of Magic pack because they seemed old and luxurious, and I'm like, that's what I'm going for. I want to go for old and luxurious. So we are just going to be adding that little coat hanger that I mentioned, and then we do come back later to add the shelf. So we are going to be working on the living space now, and going to be adding some pictures. I feel like doing small spaces like this, it's like kind of hard to remember to like add pictures because it's like you need to like make sure you get like all the like necessary items. Is the couch too close to the island? And so we are going to be adding a little seating gathering area right here. Like I said, I was mentioning this sim to be a people person. Tauruses are known for being rock solid, so we are going to be making a little hangout spot. I do come back later in the video to move the fireplace and then put a little like coffee table instead of the fireplace, but you'll have to see how that comes out at the end of the video. So we are just making a little area for like all the kitchen supplies, and now we are going to be adding some artwork into like the back of the house. So we are trying to like have a mix of different like older pictures, newer pictures. I really wanted this to be like an older picture style of home, but I am also using items from the City Living expansion pack, and so I wanted to make sure I get a good amount of items used from that pack. So we are just going to be changing a few of these pictures around. I feel like having a bigger piece by this back doors made a little bit more sense, and so we are going to be kind of like matching these frames. I really wanted to have like consistency through this like main living area. So we are just going to be adding some items onto the fireplace, but I do get rid of them or just kind of like rearrange it later on in the video because I was like, you know what, maybe I should have like something other than a big chunky fireplace in this room. This room feels kind of tight, and so I do move the fireplace into the bedroom, but you'll have to see that in a little bit when we are in the bedroom decorating it. So we are just going to be going into the office space now. The article I found, or it's the Google search I did, said that Tauruses are known for being hardworking, and so I wanted to have like a musical instrument. I wanted to have some like art stuff in this room. Of course, needed to have a computer because maybe they're like also like a freelancer trying to like, get either their music or their art career started. So we are going to be adding this basic art easel from the base game, and then I do use this rug from City Living. I feel like this is my like favorite rug from City Living because like whenever I want to do an artist house or apartment or area, I'm like, okay, I need to use the City Living rug. So we are just going to be making a little mail spot for the drop zone in the mudroom area, and then we're pretty much done with this little entryway area. I feel like this is really cute, and I would be willing to do more of these entryway areas. It's kind of like a mock walk-in closet. So we are just going back into the office after a little detour to the mudroom area and going now into decorating the desk for this sim. I wanted to have like different books, different like note-taking items. So we are just going to be finishing up this room. Going to be adding a guitar, but that does later get changed to the guitar from the horse ranch pack. I wasn't really like planning on using the horse ranch pack, but I was going off of a image I saw off Pinterest, and they had shutters, and so my house needed to have shutters, and so I decided to also use the couch from Horse Ranch, and I feel like it had that like good modern feel of like luxurious mixed with old-fashioned stuff, just like the shape of the couch, and it just looked comfy for your Sims to just sit down and hang out with their friends on. So we are kind of talking over a lot of the bathroom. I wanted to go for more modern in this area, but I wanted it to tie into the kitchen, so I'm using the same tile just in a different color swatch. So we are going to be using all these items are from the new bathroom kit that came in The Sims 4 not too long ago, and so I thought it would be perfect for this room, and we're just going to be finishing up with some curtains and going to be adding just a final few things into this space. I wanted it to be like a bigger space because this is like the only bathroom, and I was imagining a lot of Sims to like hang out would be here. So I wanted to make it nice and a little bit spacious. So we are just going to be adding some curtains, and now we're going to be finishing up this area with some artwork and with some different like bathroom storage items. So I wanted to make sure that your Sims had all the essentials in this bathroom, and now we are going to be adding those pictures. I did get rid of them in the main living space to re-put them over here. I feel like it looks better over here than in the main part of the house. So now we are in the one and only bathroom. This bedroom has a lot of items from the horse ranch pack because, like I said, the couches kind of like goes with that like luxury old world feel I wanted, and I do use a few items from the Spellcaster's kit. Took me a second to remember the kit. There are so many kits or packs in this game now, like more than when I started to play years ago. So we are just going to be adding a dresser and going to be adding the matching mirror, both from Realm of Magic. And so we're just going to be doing a little bit of like scooching, trying to like figure out a good floor plan for this room. I knew the bed needed to be like in this little nook because that's like the only like 4 tile wide space in this room besides over the window, and I really didn't want to do it over the window for this video, so we're just quickly going to be like dropping a few items outside. And here's that coffee table I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and we are just going to be adding just a few more items out there, but first we're going back into the bedroom. I did want to like make the Taurus constellation like I did with last month's Aries tiny house build, but I don't know why it's like it was just too complicated for me to figure out, and so instead of doing a made up, not made up, but like making my own like constellation, I decided to go for a picture that has like the phases of the moon in it. So we are just going to be adding some more items. There's a lot of like rearranging I did in this room. When I like made the floor plan, like I could like kind of imagine like okay, the bed would go there, maybe the dresser should go there or there, but it was like harder when I like, actually was placing it down, and I wanted like the pictures to be like level and even with the dresser. So we are just going to be moving the fireplace into the bedroom now. And I feel like this makes more sense, especially because the fireplace is more directly underneath the chimney more so than like in the middle of the room. So we are just going to be adding some pictures into this room. And I did want to keep these little poofs just for a nice little cozy fireplace, maybe book reading area. I really wish that the Sims had more items that could work with zodiac signs. I feel like that would be a cool kit idea to make a zodiac building kit. I feel like that would be very helpful for me with this series, especially. So we are just going to be finishing up this video. If you enjoyed watching, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I post new videos every single Tuesday, and if you enjoyed watching, I hope you come back for another video. I post every Tuesday, and if you enjoyed watching and want me to continue the series, leave a comment down below of any build suggestions you have for me, and I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Bye!